Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy. Welcome to part 32 of Ackton City here in City Skylines 2, where we built up this stacked area over here. Initially it was looking a little bit different, then the game crashed and I rebuilt the whole thing. Also changed the water over here, making it less deep, and I came to the sudden conclusion, like looking at the shoreline over here, this would perfectly well for the Piers and Quays DLC that came out a week ago or something like that. So we can try that out over here. Now in this region I want to build more residential areas, and we also have like grand bridges. That is also including not only highways but also combination with trains, and we could try that out, maybe, I say just maybe, over here. But that's just a maybe. That's something depending on the time. So, first thing first, I want to see how this works with the keys. So we are going into this section, because here we have the leisure pier, medium sized and a wide one. So, and this one is actually a transport pier. I have no idea what a transport pier actually does. Okay, that's new for me. Let me grab this one and see what we can do, because we also have now regards to the narrow quay with pedestrian path. We can use that on the shoreline, and there is a function. If we click this, you have now the option of snap to shoreline. So let's see if that works. So we grab this option like that. Let's turn all this stuff off, and we just try to put this on the shoreline like so. Okay, and then we bring it all the way out over here. Yep, and then we bring it even further, all the way up to there, and let's see how that looks. Just have a... That's not bad. Could have been a little bit more straighter, if you ask me. Oh, that was another save. Yeah. I don't know why it's not the same height, but maybe we can change it with the Move It mod. So if I select the Move It mod, I know the Move It mod gave me a little bit of headache a few times, so I select all of this, the whole thing, and I do Toolbox, and then align to terrain height. I don't think so. To object height of, let's say this, poink, and then we get like this stuff. Okay, bad thing does, meaning that we have to redo a slight work on that coastline, because apparently it does not snap to the coastline, which sucks. Okay, so we have to redo this. Yep, something like that. We pick at this one, and we turn this on again, and we are just try this again, like so. Yep, and from here we might have to bend it slightly, because it's going a little bit further away from the water, so just a little from here, a little bit bending back, and then from here, let's say to there. Yeah. So how about now? How's the straightness now looking? Is it now better? Not entirely. Here at the end, look at this. Okay, let's see, and let's hope that we can do something with the Move It mod and select these items like that, and we do it to object terrain, like just the road here, and that seems to be okay. Let's have a quick look alongside this, and we have again this thing, and then bring it out to, let's turn that off. Wait a second, snap to shoreline, turn that on. So something like this, and maybe it would be nice to have it all the way up to there. So we turn this on, so we have the snap, we turn the snap off, and then snap to shoreline, and then from there we bring it straight into there, I don't think it's bad. I think I can live with it. Yeah. Now let us try out those piers. So let me grab this one. So we can make these things as long as possible. So let me grab this and let's see how this works. So overlapping items. How does this work then? Do you need to make it go over it? Ah, okay. Okay, so it's now 10 meters, so that's not the idea. So we are going to lower this. Now let's say to this. A little bit further. How about anarchy? Anarchy? Maybe that works better. Make it a 100 meters going in there. Bash. How does that look? Not bad at all, not bad at all. So, is it straight? It does not look straight. It looks a little bit... not 100% straight. No, we can do it better. We can definitely do that better. So I'm grabbing this thing again. So can I actually, if I do it from here, even make it go from the road and then, I don't know, just page it up slightly and then put it there. And I know it now deletes these houses and you cannot change this. Okay, and also you have like this little thing going on here with the dirt. Okay, so how are we going to fix that? Let me grab this path. I know you can attach these paths to these things. So what if I do this? Just make this path temporary like that. And then we remove this section and remove that section and that section. And then it is still in the air like that. Oh, geez. Okay. Now I wanted something more easier than this, but apparently not. So what's with the sand thing going on over here? What? Okay, let's see. Can I do something with this? Nope, that does not work. If I delete this, then that water stays under there, under that pier. You know, something tells me that then I guess that pier works only if you make it work from a key wall itself. So let me reattach this key wall. Yeah, and then we go back in here. We grab this thing. And yeah, I think so. So 80 meters. Yeah, I think that's the idea by the looks of it. Yeah, so we're going to make a few of those things more. Also, if we keep the snapping active, then it also, you know, it also stays straight. I think that's nice. Okay, let me do this from here, and then we make this a 52. And we make a few more of these guys over here. You do go there, and then we have a very wide one, which is this one. We will create that then over here, going a little bit further like that. And you know, I don't know what this thing does, a transport pier, but let me just put it in here and let's see. Ah, now this is interesting. Transport pier. Would that mean that if you put an opposing transport pier, that it will just, let's say, from maybe here to there? Let me put a transport pier over here. I don't know if that will help. Okay, where am I? Here, this one. And then, can I put one over here? Or is that too much? Not 100% sure, but we will see. Place a transport pier over here. Bush. and then a few regular piers again, one over there, and then the medium sized, it's going over there. I think we already have a lot of piers, and a little bit one over there. Okay, now we need some pathing to get there, so we turn this snapping off, and we say basically we also turn this on, and we make it go around this area. People know how to get there, like that, like that, like that. Well, we already create this opening, so we also create like a pedestrian crossing, push over there, and then from here it will go into there, and then see from here they can go there, and I will make connections here as well to the other ones. So but this one I will take all the way that way, all the way that way, and then here from this road in a nice bend like that, and we make connections here to those other piers as well, like this, and then from here to there, and here from here to there. Perfect. Now I wonder, that transport pier, which one was that? Is it this one? I cannot even select those things. Really? Okay, pick them out. Wide wooden leisure pier. So this is the transport pier. You know, it does not really look like anything is transported, so I doubt it will be used for transporting goods, but yeah, let's just keep that in mind. We will see. Here I will just bring one path in the middle, and I think, yeah, that's okay. And then from here we have parking lots, but we can work from here below this area, bring it up to there, and bring this up to there. Nice. That's not bad. So we need a little bit of trees around here, and I have this thing open. Oh, there are trees here also. Okay, let's see what we have here then. No, let me see. Palm trees. Let me turn that off. What I noticed in the last episode also as well is that people have no real option aside from here. It's like on this whole stretch, here, to get down from here to there. Now, how can I make that work? I could use this path, and probably if I turn this off and I take the snapping on, and it is like in a bend. Now let's see if I can. Oh, that would be perfect. Except. Yeah, they probably would walk it, but I know that, yeah, that's because this road has been key walled, so okay, so let's grab this then. Let's see, you know, after last time with those let's page this up. Just afraid of getting that FPS problem again. Let's bring this up and see. No, it does not go over that fence. So okay, so let me down this. Is there any way that I can remove with the bulldozer this part of fence? So let me have a look. What can we remove? This section? No, cannot. With this section? No. This may be. To be honest, I have no idea if I click this what it will bulldoze. I don't think so. No. No. No, I'm afraid not that this will work. Well, I think I will leave it for now. Let me also move a little bit of these trees around. The only thing I want to do is remove those traffic lights, and they're a little bit overkill for the situation. But anyway, they can now walk down there. Okay, so we have now this done. Nice. Now we will get to this area, because we need now more peeps in here. And these buildings are slightly lookalikes. A lot of lookalikes. What kind of buildings are these anyway? These are China medium density housing. Okay. To my opinion, those buildings are too big for this area. So we are going to replace these buildings. So I'm going to select just this and then this, and we're going to dezone this whole thing, and then we say bye. Then we are going to define it. We're going into buildings, we're going into residential zoning, and then we're just going to find ourselves something, let's say 2 by 2. And let's find something that is more appropriate, you know, in size. So this maybe, no, that's too small. And this. So this is EE residential medium. So is there also something called high? Way too high. How about this? Nah, that's too high. What if I do medium? Yeah, those same. These are better, I think. I think so. Can we also do a 3 by 3? Those look pretty big already. Although I think they would fit this kind of stuff. Yeah, this. It's all like roughly the same. Whoa, that slipped. This one. Can I move it? No, I cannot move it because these things are ploppable. Blech. I have to move it by hand. Here we go. Let's see, 3 by 2. Ah, okay, 3 by 3 medium. Let's see, this one, yes. And let me have a look. These are all corner pieces. How about this one? Yeah, that's fine. I will move that over later. This one, that one, and I think only one is remaining. No, you know, I would expect that one more on this side, but okay, I don't have it. I take this one instead. Yeah, I think that will do. Although this is very close to the road. But okay, that will do. We select all of these buildings. We move the whole shebang. Just like that. So how about here? Let's have a look here. Imagine if your living room is there. Your bedroom is over there with this road. I don't like that. No, sorry. I simply I don't like it. That's like nearly a form of blasphemy, you know. So we do a 3 by 4. No, we do a 4 by 3 medium. What does it give us? Okay, something more. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. So select this. Move it a little bit to the side, to the other one. Here we go. Very, very, very nice. So there's a parking lot here. Okay. We take this parking lot. We just put another one down there and another one down there. And here we will say to these guys, maximum payment. Yeah, driving a car is a premium. And now we are going to make a little bit of infrastructure around here. Now this is not yeah, I want to have more, let's say a little bit more high rise, but not the biggest high rise. Okay, so this requires more like, yeah, let's say a gridded area. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you know what? I will put that in a time lapse, and I will be right back. Alright then, so let's see what we can make of this. I mean, yeah, we have like this area now filled up with some roads and stuff. And let's see what we can put into here. Now, like I said, I don't want it to be like ultra high density stuff. So it has to be something, yeah, you have like low, medium and high density. So it must be something in the medium tab. And the question is like, okay, what kind of houses do come from here? And, so let's see, UK small apartments, Japanese. What choice shall we take? You know what, we are going to start with the UK small apartment buildings. Yeah, I'm going to point them down here. And let's just see what comes out of these. These are the UK ones. Also here, yeah, we have a little bit of holes here and there in the zoning, so but we can fill that up by just, you know, if you cannot fill it up like this, and because of this zoning is like completely botched, this building is already being built. Now if you want the same building, you just pick at that building and you already zoink it down there. You also pick this building and you place it, come on, you can do it, over there. Okay, those are the same buildings, but if we click on Shift P, then we can give that building a little bit of another color, like a little bit of blue and then a little bit of purple. Let's say dark purple, something like that. And then we change the color of this building, if it allows me to. Or did I change it already? Oh, it turned that white. Oh, okay. Well, let me change this then. Okay. And then here we go. And I cannot... Ah, okay. That's good. That's nice. So we can also change a few of these buildings over here. And this one, and maybe this one, and this one, this one, this one, and maybe a few of these, you know, to give them a little bit of another kind of color. Here we go. Yeah. So what's your problem? Just delete it, and that will go away. Nice. So let's have a look here. What kind of buildings we have. So these are the UK apartment blocks. Okay, fair enough. These people need to work someplace, so I give them some offices. Now these are the very large offices, so I will take the Northeast American office districts style, but I make them only 3 deep. And also here, maybe even 2. Yeah, there goes the demand. That's nice. And then also we need here and there your casual shop corner. So let me grab. No, that's the mixed housing. Sorry, we need. Yeah, we take this one. So we put a 3x3 here, which is only a 2x3. Okay, fair enough. Oh, this one may. Okay, fair enough. A few shops on this road and a shop there as well. Nice. So let's continue. We will go into here and we will do European style small apartment buildings, and we just put them here, and we put them also here, and we put the whole schmuck over here, and we will see what comes out of that. Now let's also not forget the parking element, although we have parking lots over here. Actually I do like these parking lots, just it gives a nice representation of what's going on in the city. You see that people are parking, and that's a nice thing. So place it over there and over there, which we have to move it slightly with the move it mod. And like so. I'd rather turn these around. Like that. So you have entrance on this side. And whoa. Here we go. And also select this one and turn also that one around as well. And move that up slightly. A little bit of a space in between here. We can move this slightly back. Yeah, that's doable. So we up the price here, we up the price here. And while these guys are building stuff, I'm going to select maybe a special building for residential. So we don't have that much stuff left. The sculpture mansion, let me see. Okay, so we can put that somewhere. This gives 6 well-being within 1.55 kilometers, and we put that straight over there. Nice. Let's not forget also the amenities like healthcare, for example. Medical clinic. That does not fit. This building is even bigger. These seem even more bigger. I think this is a little bit OTT, so let's forget about that. Okay, I need something that fits nice, which is not too extreme big. I think this would suffice. And then to put it right over there, making them all happy. Yeah, and then we need something. The French crematorium is pretty small, but does the job. So we put them just here, here and there, so they can go out and they get some upgrades, and also you get the upgrades. Yeah, which is nice, great. And also here parking. Maybe not that big, maybe a little bit smaller on the other side. And then use a path from here to the main road. Make the walkability much easier. Here we do the same thing. You go from there to there. You go from there to there. Then you will go from there to there. And I know I still have to disable all the parkability inside of this area. So we can do that by just selecting this greenery. Like that. Force the cars parking into the parking lots, and we have already like traffic jams, but that's all fine. They will solve eventually, because those are just the people basically coming into the area, going to all these houses. Here we go. Taking away the parking. Also these guys definitely not parked there. Also not parked there. And for this little cove I make an exception, because why not? And here we have like, you know, some space for which I say like, yes, you know, you can use that for parking. We just need to use these smaller ones, like these, and these. So okay, you go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there. And if we do this actually properly, we can just say like, okay, we shift this around like that, and we shift you around to that, and this one can be shifted to there. We have a little bit of a gap in between, so we can put a path, yeah, like that. Here we go. And oh, some of these things have disappeared. Oh, that's kind of weird. Let me move this. Now they get back. Okay. So I will move this more that way, and also this a little bit further, and they will find that spot. No problem there. This corner, I mean, it would be nice to have something special there. So what can we put there? What kind of special buildings? Maybe an administration building. No, maybe something else. Maybe, let's see, maybe a landmark or something. Probably all of those are too big. Way too big. Maybe a park. Yeah, it's just a small area, so this could fit. Yeah, let's put it there. That's something, and then we grab the pathing again from here to there. In this area we can grab this parking lot and fill that over there. And somehow it seems a little bit sunken, so I grab it with the move it mod, click that, and to terrain height, to object height. Here, poink. Here we go. It works nice. And then let's grab a tree here and there. Like that. Put like a boulder here and there in between. Bush, why not? Do I have a hedge? Good question. Hedge. Hedge low, hedge piece 1. Let's see what works. I think that would work. It's a little bit high. I think this is the low. Is there also a medium? This one? A little bit more medium. Can we also use this option? Okay. 6 meters apart. That does not work. We cannot make it shorter, sadly enough. So that will not work. Okay, so can we go get out of here? We place these things manually. A little bit like that. little bit of decoration. Oh, come on, you can do it. Normally this would be more easier with the Ctrl-C mod, but I have bad experience with that mod somehow. Don't like it. Here we go, up to that path. Up to there, up to there. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit of decorating here and there, left and right. Here we go. Nice. So, what else can we put in there? Nothing of this. Also no rubble. People have no business there. Another tree. Yep, like that. That's a very big tree, but it does fit. And then a small tree, and then maybe a few. Those are still big. A little bit of bushes here, there, 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 and there. So that has been filled in. Now see, we have traffic lights over here. Yeah, this is why I hate these bog standard roundabouts, because they don't apply the yield sign. Although I do see yield signs here, but it's like, what is this guy doing here? This guy, it's a road maintenance vehicle. Working, yeah, I see that. Not really. Also, these guys are going into multiple directions. Okay, let's click this and we remove that. And let me have a look at this whole area. So we only have one lane, huh? Okay, what I want to do here is I'm going to collect the lane connector tool. And I say to these guys, first of all, no U-turns, but these guys are not taking the left turn. If they want to get into this area, they can do it here, where it's somewhat less busy. And also those pedestrian crossings, they really have to go. So pedestrian crossing, you, and you. And if you want to cross, also not there. You might cross over there maybe. One is enough, like that. Yeah. It would be better if I had an extra lane here, but I don't have it, sadly enough. Also, this street, yeah, I cannot change this. Also, I don't like this, so let me change this as well. Lane connect tool. You, and then you can go. Yeah, that's the better way to do it. And this is all fine, yeah. Okay, so we have like all this traffic now. It's not that much traffic, but yeah. We could make a little off-ramp here into this area, but I think that will only make the traffic, yeah, coming into this area. Nah, it's not even that much traffic, you know. We're not going to worry too much about it. Let's continue with this area. So we had the EU, and now we're going to for the USA medium density, the row housing. No, I don't want row housing. Friends row housing, apartment buildings. Let me try out these. I just want to try them out, you know. And then this one, yep. And then this one, we just fill it out and we see what the game gives us. We can always change it. We can always remove certain items that we don't like. We can get like a, you know, an office building over there, and another one over there, and another one over there, and another one, another one over there. Yep, a little bit of work. And then we have these crematoriums. Now I want to change these crematoriums in a little bit of a place where, you know, a little bit of solitude, so I put some trees around it. Makes kind of sense. Especially when you're living here. You don't want to see a crematorium in your backyard. But that would be like, ooh, you know. Let me see, and we grab a relative small bush, so you can also not do the kickaboo between the stems here. Yeah, something like that. Much better. And what I actually would like even more is to have actually a fence. Just a fence around those. Let's see, a dome fence. Yeah, it must be a fence that I can use with fence high. I think this would not be such a bad idea. So let me use this one. So we bring it up there. Like that, just to the back, and also here. To keep people away, like that. Yeah, I think that's not bad. I think that's good, because you don't want to have that, and then maybe in between here. Wait a second. I remember having some these tombstones here. You know, in between here. I know it's not really fitting for a for some crematoria, but you know what? Why not? You know, these are ancient. You know, they're like what the hell is this? What the? Just put this just sort of there inside, and then no, that's not fitting. This looks like a sort of mausoleum kind of thing. Let's make it a little bit, you know, spooky. With some graves here, and there, and there, and there. Yeah. Let's go back to those fences. Let's see, what can we use? Maybe these ones? No, too high. How about these ones? No, also not good enough. This one? Yeah, maybe so. Now imagine that. Now this fence. Imagine that fence can be opened. So I just basically put it in like this, so it appears like it can be opened. Yeah, so okay, we are going let's see, into the decals. Now what kind of decal can we put here? Net lane surfaces decals. This is, let's see, a ground decal. What kind of decal would you expect, you know, in this kind of place? Something like this. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Scattered rock, just a few here and there. Dirt, just a tad smidge of dirt. And then change this also slightly a bit. Leaves, that's too overkill. Whoa, that's really overkill. So I wonder, let me see, path. Do we have like a path? I cannot help it but being curious to see. Ah, okay. No idea what to make of that. And I can also not really select it either. Well, I think just let it be. I mean, this area has started to fill up pretty nicely. I like these buildings actually. What kind of buildings are these? These are the... What are these? The French residential mediums. Ooh, okay. So we put then this one on the corner here because I like it. And this is a normal piece or not? This is also a corner piece? Normal piece. Or this one? This one? Are these things looking all the same? Are they all corner pieces? Nah, don't tell me. Don't they have any straight buildings in France? Come on, really? What if I just pick a bigger... this one? I think 1 and then 2. Ooh, that would do. Here it would overlap. Definitely. This will only can have a 3 by 3. 3 by 3. It's a pity that it does not show the countries. So if I select buildings here, I have seen some people can select countries over here, you know. But okay, do an FR. Ooh, look at that. What's a corner? Only corner pieces? Oh, that's better. Don't worry, we'll move it into place. Okay, let's see. Yeah, oh, that fits like a glove. Like a glove. So here we move this to there. We slide it against that building. That means like that here in the front we move this slightly back, like so, that we have a little bit of a pathing in between here. Then that's lovely. So let's take that and then we go from here just to the other side. Here we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Still a lot of cars coming in, but that will solve itself pretty nicely eventually. These buildings, oh man, they are so colorless, you know. It's like, let me see if we can do something about it. Red, red, okay, maybe another color, maybe. What is the normal color of a building anyway? Yellow, green. Buildings you tend to be red, you know, if they're made of brick. This is quite bright red, if you ask me. Let's try this very dark blue. Yeah, that's not so intensive blue. And these guys won't change. Darn it. They won't change. How about this one? Totally not at all. Okay, so let's pick a pick of this. No, not really. Not really at all. Right, so let's see what we have in here. We have some of these offices. Very large. Let's see what would fit here. Yeah, I think this one. Nicely over there. Yeah. And then we are actually going into these buildings and we are going to put low rent housing, but we keep them small, you know, only 4 by 4. And also here 4 by 4 maximum. Small one over there, if that fits. No, maybe not. And also here. Now here the zoning is a little bit awkward, so I will just poink. 4 by 4. Yeah, I can accept that Chinese version. That's a little bit too big, and then the somewhat lower version over there in between. Now those buildings are nearly butt to butt, but you know, it's not too bad. You know, it's okay. I can live with that. And how much is this one? Could fit there, although I'm not so fond of those buildings. How about these? Yeah, I like that better. Not that one. No. 2 by 2. 4 by 4. Yeah, that is also fitting nicely. Yeah, so we're getting somewhere. So we have now these piers, and people are they walking on it? Not really. And also create a little bit of sand thingy in there, but yeah, don't know why. I mean, people can reach them, right? I mean, they can walk from here, but they cannot go through here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is like remove this house. Sorry about your house, it has to be rebuilt. So we take this and we take that, we build it like that, and then we take this and we take the pathing that goes in between and get up to there. Yeah. Now I remember there was an option somewhere, oh my god, I don't know where, that you could just zone an area for, I don't know, for leisure stuff and whatnot, but here it is, these things. So here says walking area, an area for citizens to walk in and to relax and spend time together. So if I click this option and I click here, like, no wait, I click here like that, that. It's including the piers. Like that, like that, like that. That. And then all the way out to here. There. And then roughly up to there. We bring this all the way out to here, there, and then from here, let's say there's somewhere a connection point there, so that will be okay, and from here we connect it up to there. Here we go. So we have now that option there. Yeah, I think that would do it. Yeah, so I think I will leave it now at this episode number 32. Next episode, I'm not sure yet what to do. Looking at this map, I mean, yeah, we have already a bunch of production. Look at the money, it's like coming in like crazy. And at a given moment, it's also like, yeah, you start to think about, okay, what to build next, but we can still expand in multiple regions. If I do a quick look here, and especially the production tab, so we don't have any deficits, we only have surplus. Fish. Wait a second. Wait, is this also new? Fish. Agricultural import. Agricultural. Wait a second. Am I missing something? No, there's no fish here, but... Interesting. Kind of interesting to see that over here under production about this stuff, you know? I don't think I've seen this before. Let me check it out. Just fish. Everything fish related. Do we have buildings now that can capture fish or not? Buildings? Apparently not. I don't think so. Miscellaneous buildings? No, these are all buildings. That's kind of weird. If anybody knows the answer to this one, then I would love to know the answer. And why there suddenly is a fish symbol here. I mean, 0 kilograms per month. Yeah, it says actually fish there, you know? Here it says livestock, and here it says fish. How do you get the fish? It says only agricultural, and import livestock. Huh, you would say like that it falls under some form of agricultural, but maybe I'm blind. Livestock farming, grain farming, vegetable farming, textile farming, forestry, stone mining, coal mining. So where's the fish? Where's the fish? I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. Maybe we'll know that in episode 33. Well, anyway, if you like that, if you are curious about how that is going to be, whether I can find that fish option, then yeah, you know, hit the thumbs up, the subscribe, and the bell icon, and you will be notified until the next episode comes out. Okay, guys and girls, thank you for watching this episode number 32 of Ackton City, and until next time, see you. Bye bye.